I'm Sindhu from Second Sem BC. My topic is about relational database schemas. Relational database and schemas. Relational database and schemas are great tools for businesses needing to store, organize, or analyze large amount of data. Here we define what a relational database and a relational database schema is. Explain what include in the relational database schemas and show the benefits of creating a database schema. What is relational database? A relational database is a program that digitally stores and analyzes data. It also finds and states how various sets of data relate to one another. The relational database stores information in tables made up of rows and columns, similar to spreadsheet. What is relational schema? A relational schema is outline that shows how company stores and organizes information within a database. It also shows what connection make up the database. Developers often view relational schemas as the shapes, blueprints or designs of the set of information within the database. There are two different types of schemas, a logical schema and a physical schema. Logical schema represents how a programmer organizes data within a table, and a physical schema represents how a programmer physically stores the data. What does a relational database schema include? The relational database schema compares many items to help make a clear database. Each component of relational database schema helps to define connection within a database. There are some aspects to include in relational database schema. The first one is tables. The tables are the primary components of relational schemas, which are typically set of records. The tables are usually subject-based and each contains a name and data type. The purpose of tables in database schema is to organize group of data that developers could implement in their database. The number of tables depends on the size of the project. The next one is attribute. Attributes are the items within table. Each table has attributes that defines or describes the table's subject. For example, a relational schema for a bakery might have tables that state ingredients, recipes, type of baked goods, price, or customer information as attributes. In a relational database schema, attributes are defining characteristics that determine the items in a table. These can help further define a connection relationship between the tables. The next one is relations. Once the relational schema has right amount of tables, the developer needs to include relation or connections. The developer often represents relational by using lines or arrows. The purpose of relation is how to show on the schemas how each table connects to one another. The lines or arrows can show a variety of meanings, such as two attributes being in same field. The next one is primary key. Primary key are a column or a group of columns that identifies fields within tables. Each table has a primary key which is unique identifier of each row. Primary key have to be different for every field because table cannot duplicate rows. The value within the primary keys has to exist. It is also important to note that the developer can only implement one primary key per a table. The next one is foreign keys. Foreign keys are also common in relational database schemas. A foreign key is a column or a group of columns that identifies link between tables. Foreign keys are often primary keys for different tables so that it is easy to see the connection from one table to the next. The foreign Foreign keys may have duplicate rows and the values can be null while still working. There can be more than one foreign key in a table. Benefits of relational database schema includes organization, accuracy, and accessibility. The first one is organization. Databases typically contains a lot of information. So utilizing a database schema can help significantly with the organization of each set of data. The relations are also useful for organizing information by how different fields relate to one another. Organizing data by how different tables or attributes relate is a great first step to create a relational database. The next one is accuracy. Database schemes allows for the accuracy and integrity of information in a database. Accurate field of information and relations can help make a use of improvative database, which is good for companies and sites that have lot of information to organize and analyze. Relations within schemas can help create accurate row and column organization when it comes time to create the relational database. The last one is accessibility. Clear relational database schema are usually easy to read and comprehend, which makes the table and a set of information accessible. The primary purpose of database schema is to make information accessible and through the persist table, attributes and communications. Programmers should have a simple time navigating the information and use the relational schema as a guide for the database.